Here we have a truly unique and monumental museum quality Canyon Diablo nickel iron 5 3/4 inch meteorite Clovis story stone effigy. Unbelievable. The workmanship on this piece is truly outstanding. It is paleo art really at its finest. This nickel iron meteorite hails from Canyon Diablo, Arizona, near Meteor Crater, Arizona, and this came from the meteoric impact leaving the Meteor Crater in Arizona. It is not only a face and mammoth effigy, as all story stones are, but it's also a full figure uh, uh, effigy, full figure story stone effigy. Unbelievable. You can see the eye right there, look like a skull. There's another eye there. There's the nose, and there's the mouth right there of a face looking right at us wearing a hat. It's wearing a hat, that skull type face. Eye, nose, mouth, looking at us there. That skull face right there wearing a hat, looking at us. And then these are the arms. These appendages right here. This appendage here becomes an arm, and this appendage becomes an arm. That's all been worked. So we have that eye face looking right at us wearing a hat. We also have a young face with its eye pecked right here, and now the arm becomes its nose looking off to the left, wearing a hat. Look at the eye of the skull, the eye and the eye of the skull there looking at us. Unbelievable. And then the old face, we have the eye, more evil, sinister looking face of the old face with this, the eye and the nose. This arm now becomes the nose when we look at it as a face looking off to the right. But this is the eye and the nose and the mouth of the skull type looking face. It's been worked with that hat on top of its head. And the waistband is outrageous. That's all been worked in Clovis times between 12 and 14,000 years before present. So all that engraving, 1, 2, 3 lines, 1, 2, 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. That I believe is a waistband or a girdle, or it could be arms and fingers folded across its stomach or its waist. Arms folded across its waist. And then even the legs, there's been a trench here, worked, etched from the cleft between the two legs at the bottom and all the way up to here, the bottom of the waistband. That's all been, that area there has all been worked. It's hard to see in this light. There we go. I think that's a little better, where you can see the etching there, the scraping there to get the area between the legs designated. Here's a leg here and a leg over here. And then we have a face. Now that's a face. When we turn it this way, it's a mammoth image. And we have the young mammoth here now looking off to the left. And this is its eye and its trunk and its front leg and back leg. And we have a face looking up from the back of the mammoth right there. The eye here looking up from the back of the mammoth from its rear. And now we have a mammoth to the left. And when we go this way, we have the old mammoth. Old mammoth here with this, the eye and the trunk. Or that's the young mammoth, I'm sorry. That's the exaggerated eye of the young mammoth and the young trunk up in the air off to the right with its front legs here, its rear legs here, and its hair tuft above its head. We turn it this way again. That's the old mammoth with the raggedy old trunk off to the left, and that's the eye of the old mammoth and his front leg and back leg and hair tuft above the head. So the old mammoth that way, and then we have the young mammoth this way. Great mammoth images. We turn it over this way. We have the old mammoth now facing off to the right, with this being the eye and the old trunk to the right. And then this is the front leg and the back leg and the hair tuft. And when we turn it this way, now we have the young mammoth with its young trunk up in the air and its eye here, its hair tuft there, its front leg there, and its back leg there. And we have a face right here. They made a channel flute on this side. They thinned that, and they knocked a big thinning strike out that goes right up the center of this to form a flute. And then we have both sides that have been flaked. I believe this to be a ceremonial Clovis dagger made out of nickel iron Canyon Diablo meteorite, 5 3/4 inches long, and then it was converted or made into a story stone effigy. Unbelievable. We have the mammoth, the old mammoth, now facing right with the hair tuft here, front leg and back leg, and the ragged trunk off to the right. And you can see that channel flute going right up the center there. And both sides have been flaked and worked very nicely, I might add. Very scallop type workmanship. Very scallop type workmanship on this side. And this side has some more natural features, especially right here of the original stone. This is a monumental, full figure, eye, nose, mouth. Look at that skull looking at you wearing a hat. Arms, waistband, and legs. Full figure, Clovis, story stone effigy from Canyon Diablo made out of nickel iron meteorite. Outstanding.